Hello viewers, today we are going to derive equations of motion using calculus method. So example 3.3 NCERT 11th standard syllabus. Obtain equations of motion for constant acceleration using method of calculus. Okay. Now we know acceleration is equal to dv by dt, rate of change of velocity. So what you do is bring this dt this side. So dv is equal to a into dt. Now you integrate both sides, integrating both sides. So integrating dv, integrating a into dt. Now this is the initial velocity v0, upper limit is the final velocity v, and the initial time is 0 and the final time is t. So if you integrate dv, you will get v. Similarly, if you integrate dx, you will get x. So integration of dv is v, upper limit is v, and lower limit is v0. This side a is constant, you can take it outside. Integration of dt is t, therefore you will get a into t, upper limit is t, lower limit is 0. So the formula is upper limit minus lower limit. So you substitute this value for v. So v upper limit minus lower limit v0. So v minus v0 is equal to a into, for t you substitute upper limit as t and lower limit as 0, so t minus 0. Therefore v minus v0 is equal to at. Bring this v0 to the other side, you will get v is equal to, that is final velocity is equal to v0 plus at. This is equation number 1. Okay. Next we will go for velocity. We know that velocity is equal to rate of change of distance, that is dx by dt. So what you do is move this dt this side, so this will become v dt. Okay, you are writing v dt and you have dx. Once again you integrate both sides. So the lower limit is x0, initial value, and the final value is x. For velocity you are integrating with respect to time. So initial time is 0 and the final time is t. Integration of dx is x, upper limit is x, lower limit is x0, which is equal to, v is constant. Okay, now we have a formula for v. From this equation you substitute the value for v. So v is equal to v0 plus at, you substitute that value here. So v0 plus at into dt. Now this integration you can separate into two, v0 into d, that is integrating v0 dt plus integral at into dt. So v0 is constant, so if you integrate dt you will get t. Okay, so that's what is written here. So here you are substituting upper limit x minus x0. So if you integrate v0 into dt you will get v0 t. Okay, and because integral of dt is t, plus a is constant, integral of t into dt is t square by 2. Integration of t into dt is t square by 2. Now you have to substitute upper limit and lower limit. So if you substitute t for t, you will get v0 t plus a t square by 2. But minus lower limit. Lower limit, if you substitute 0 for t, this will become 0. And this term is also 0. So the overall value is 0. So you will be having x minus x0 is equal to v0 t plus half at square. So bring this minus x0 to the other side. So x is equal to x0 plus v0 t plus half at square. Now we have to find acceleration. So acceleration is equal to dv by dt. We have already have the relation. So acceleration is dv by dt, which is nothing but dv by dx into dx by dt. See, this dx and dx gets cancelled, you will get dv by dt. So the value is not altered. So dv by dt can be written as dv by dx into dx by dt. Now if you carefully see this dx by dt, this is nothing but velocity, rate of change of distance. So put this v here and dv by dx here. Okay, now we will do the integration. We will solve this equation. Okay. Now bring this dx to the other side. So you will get v dv is equal to a dx. Okay, that is v dv will remain here and bring this dx that side. That's what is written here. Now what you do is integrating both sides. Initial velocity is v0 and final velocity is v. Here initial distance is x0 and the final distance is x because you are integrating with respect to x. Here with respect to velocity. Now if you integrate v with respect to dv, it is v square by 2. So you have to substitute upper limit v and lower limit v0, which is equal to a is constant. You can bring outside. Integral dx is nothing but x. So you have upper limit as x and lower limit as x0. So what happens is, take this 1 by 2 outside. So you will be having v square, upper limit as v and lower limit as v0, which is equal to a. You substitute upper limit for x, which is x, minus lower limit is x0. So right hand we have substituted the limits. So left hand we have to substitute. So this will become 1 by 2 into upper limit is v, so v square minus lower limit is v0, v0 square is equal to a into x minus x0, x minus x0. Now bring this to the other side. So you will be having v square minus v0 square is equal to 2a into x minus x0. Okay. Now bring this v0 to the other side. So v square, that is final velocity square, is equal to v0 square, that is initial velocity square, plus 2a into x minus x0. So v square is equal to v0 square plus 2a into x minus x0. So the x minus x0, the final value of the distance minus the initial value. So this will give you the displacement. Okay, this is initial velocity square and this is final velocity square. Now we have derived the equations for equations of motion. We saw that v is equal to v0 plus at, one useful relation. Another one is v square is equal to v0 square plus 2a into x minus x0. So this is the way you have to solve. Now we will see what are the formulas we have used in this to solve this problem. So the formulas we are using is so d by dx of x power n in differentiation is nx power n minus 1. This is one formula we are using. And integration dx is equal to x. This is another formula. And in integration we have used one more formula, x power n into dx, which is equal to x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Here n should not be equal to minus 1. If it is minus 1, the overall value will go to infinity. And then we have made use of another formula, that is say dy by dx can be written as dy by dt into dt by dx. Chain rule, that is this dt and dt gets cancelled and finally you will get dy by dx, that is y will be, the function y is equal to in terms of t. Similarly t will be in terms of x. Therefore, you can differentiate y with respect to t, and we can differentiate t with respect to x. And when you multiply these two terms, naturally you will get dy by dx. So we have made use of this formula. So for example, for this d by dx of, suppose if you have x cube, the answer is 3x square, because 3 is n, 3x, 3 minus 1 is 2. Whereas for this case, x cube into dx means the answer is x power 4 by 4. Of course, you have to introduce plus c, but we have upper limit and lower limit, so there is no need for introducing constant. So these are some of the basic integral and differential formulas we have used to solve this problem. Hope you have understood the basic idea of solving this problem using calculus method. Thanks for watching. Nandri.